So if you want to like commit like a super huge homicide, you know,
I need to cut that one out.
go to no, let me finish, and then we can cut it. Go to Ozona, Texas, and go to that motel, and go to the gas station.
You're
Just ask for
scot-free.
any room number, and they will give it to you.
And that's the intro. That's the intro.
You see the money and you think you want a piece of it now. You're too friendly and it's got me freaking out. You see the money and you
Paul's
You
fucking
guys
ripping it right now.
Is he?
Some people are getting Quinn's
Paul
pretty
is
good,
hitting.
too.
Oh my God, Paul, serenade.
I'm doing my warm-ups. This is just a scale.
It's like if our next like company is like, yeah, we need like 2 more tracks, we're like, here you go. There you
Oh
go.
my god, it's never ending.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's what we call panic attack ASMR.
You're exhausted?
All right, that's
They're in your walls. They're in your walls.
Yeah.
We're about to get into it.
Let's
All
fucking
right,
do
are
it.
we rolling the cameras? Yeah, everything's good. Things are on frame.
Oh, this one's
Speed.
pointed right at me, isn't it?
Nah, that one's got the
Something.
wide. Yeah, we'll zoom in on that.
We
Perfect.
are
All right, well, we all got shots in our hand. We should take a shot to start this off because this is
live.
finally a thing that I've been trying to do for a minute. So cheers to the
baby.
boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's my
You guys are
cheers.
far, yeah.
Cheers.
I'm glad I don't have
God's
tequila.
gonna spread
Right,
in the
Sprite.
cheese.
Salud.
Oh,
And we are back.
That was something.
And we are back.
All right, yeah, here we are.
Said it great, Quinn.
All right. Fuck yeah, guys. Been a time. You know, it's funny because I started this podcast in June, and when you guys were in town in LA, I thought I could get it in. And I just, you know, you guys were busy making the album, and I had to go to Europe, but I'm fucking happy now that we're all doing this here. And it's funny because we need to play a clip back at some point, but you all are sitting on this couch right now, and 3 years ago to this day is kind of like exactly when you guys first came here to LA, and you guys all sat on this couch not knowing any of us. Roll camera.
Okay.
Sound speed.
Sure.
Roll one. Take one.
That's all it takes.
Krooked Kings. And I kind of want to touch into that, but yeah, I'm going to start off, get a little thing. This is the Krooked Kings. They're the band on our Nobody Gets It label. Marquee band of ours that is having some superb moments right now. You know, Dave, keep drinking as much as you want. We'll keep bringing beers around the clock.
Oh, he will. You don't have to worry about that.
Love it.
Free
Yeah.
refills, I'm in.
Cool. So, yeah, I mean, it's a little interviewy, but it's more convo-y. And want to talk about the tour, talk about the album, talk about stuff we're going to do in the future. Kind of how we got here, and kind of can kick off with that. Like, you know, we saw you guys, I think we found you guys through a Spotify playlister, if I can remember, and it was 96 Subaru. And Wade just like was like, dude, this track is sauce and this is dope. And we sent you guys a GoPro, right? Did we send you a GoPro?
Yeah,
And
send us a GoPro.
First music video.
To come back, yeah. And
yeah,
film.
yeah. We were like, you need to come to LA. You guys were willing to drive to meet us in LA. And you sent you a GoPro to make it along the way. You guys had a really funny video then when you guys made that too when we first saw you guys. Because I'll admit, like, I didn't know your guys' personalities at the time at all. But it was funny as hell. And Quinn, were you in the band yet when this happened?
Yeah,
you just
I joined like 2 weeks before, and then I think whoever was in contact with me was like, "Hey, we just got signed," because I just like done a couple demos or something. They're like, "Do you want to come to LA with us?" And I was like, yeah,
Hell yeah.
that sounds really cool."
And going off that, I mean, how did you guys all meet and form? Let's go with that. I mean, it started obviously with you two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Ollie first.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, originally, like, I started it off kind of like a SoundCloud, like, scam. And we had, like, one show, and it was just me, myself, and then a guy named James Carlson who played guitar, and then a guy named Sam Gilson who played drums. But then after that one show, they were kind of like, I basically just pieced them together for that one show just to, like, play with me. And then after that, they were both had, like, I guess separate stuff they were doing. And then Paul was also at the U. And I just knew he played guitar, so I kind of just hit him up and was like, hey, man, like, you play guitar. I'm, like, starting this thing if you're interested. And so, yeah, he kind of joined. We started practicing together, and then...
I was thinking about this, too. Do you remember the studio on campus at the U?
Yeah, with Channy P.
Yeah, so our buddy
Shout out.
Channy P
Yeah,
kind of
shout
pieced
out
this
Channy
together.
P.
I was in there recording with someone else, one of our other buddies,
Yeah.
and at the end of the session,
Like an actual recording studio at the U?
Kinda,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glorified.
Together.
I mean,
it was
I
like
don't
a
know.
closet in one of the libraries.
It's basically like an
at the U.
isolated recording space that also had a mic in it.
Not
Okay.
much of a program for that sort of
But
thing at the
Channy ended up showing me one of your demos at the end of the day, and I was like, "Damn, this is really good." And like clockwork,
Yeah.
I think you hit me up like later that week.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So then you guys still had, it was you two plus those other two guys you just mentioned.
No, those guys had like left kind of
Oh.
immediately after. So
Yeah.
I mean, the band went through a weird phase.
They did not fuck with it.
No,
Yeah, we don't
yeah,
give
they
them the
left
credit.
early.
You guys got your 30 seconds of fame on this podcast.
We've
Yeah,
had plenty of
but,
members who
um,
haven't really fucked
okay.
with it along the way. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Paul were like grinding for a while, and there was some random, like my brother, for example, who doesn't know how to play bass, played bass.
Really?
For, like,
Wait, which one? Harry or?
Yeah, Harry
Oh,
for like
cool.
a show, maybe, or
Nice.
like I don't know, but he played like 3 notes.
Had to
So
tell
yeah,
my
I don't know.
poker
Went through
finger
like a
here.
lot, but it was kind of once. Honestly, we kind of found you guys, and like it got more serious, and that's kind of when everyone else came in. So I feel like there was like a little bit of Krooked Kings time before, but it was kind of more mess around, have fun. You know, we're in college, and then I feel like kind of once this 5 got together,
Yeah.
since this 5 has been together, it's been a very more like, let's do this thing, and like we all love music and doing what we do. So yeah, I think, and also I think finding everyone that was all similarly passionate made it way easier to be like, yeah, let's all do this, instead of having people be like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll go to Goldman Sachs or something, and it's like, well, you can't really do that if you want to go on tour. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What and Wade reached out to you. You kind of, I mean, like, or the account, right? The Krooked Kings account.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we were
I
both
think I
kind of
did-
DMing
Yeah,
people.
I DM'd the
to
David
promote it.
guy,
Yeah.
and then Wade. I guess David hooked me up with Wade.
Wait,
and
why
then
did you DM David though?
I just saw some other band in Utah had like DM'd them and got on a playlist. and I
Okay,
was
cool.
like,
So you're going
oh,
for a playlist. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, that's
At
cool.
the time, he was like the biggest like playlister
No, yeah.
private on Spotify, which was
He was. I mean,
crazy that
our
he
Planet
was
with Nobody
done with
Gets It kind of stimulated from what he was doing too. Well, was like when we formed Nobody Gets It. Like David's back here too, and like me and Wade and David and Colin, like we were trying to like have these playlisters like him be like A&Rs for Nobody Gets It, like with their playlists that they have, and like be like, hey, if be a part of this label thing we're joining and have a percentage maybe, and the people are gonna find us. So that was like the main mission why we wanted to. We're like, oh wow, we could do that, and we kind of moved away from it, but we'll give credit where it's due. David gave it. He did A&R a little bit to give you guys us in that sense, and then yeah, like Wade reached out to you. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys were like, who's this Wade guy messaging us?
Well,
I think I was really stoked.
yeah, it was kind of funny because Paul was like the DMer, I feel like, at the most part, and then I think I just randomly DM'd this account, and I was like, oh yeah, there's this guy named Wade who's like this label dude who wants to meet with us, and I think Paul was like, it sounds kind of like an asshole stepdad name or something like that.
I remember also like
Yeah.
just before we like met with some publisher in LA. I mean in
Oh
London,
yeah, we got burned.
And
oh
they just,
yeah, I
like,
remember that now.
Yeah,
That
we
you
They
got
said
took
that.
like a
Yeah, I
grand
forgot
from
about
us, and
that.
they like
We were
promised us
tiptoeing.
all
into
this
that.
stuff. So we were
Yeah.
like very like hesitant when Wade was like, "Hey, come join this meeting." We were like, "What is this gonna be?"
Maybe
Yeah.
that's Paul being
You're
more of
not
the
my
business
real
manager
dad,
too, and me
Wade.
being
Yeah,
more the realist.
Paul
Or I
being
guess
what?
other way around. I said maybe it's more too of Paul being like business manager realist, and then a little bit of a dreamer with me, because I'm like, oh yeah, new guy for sure, let's sign. And Paul's like, we just got fucked, dude.
How much does he want up front? Yeah, lock it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
How much do we
Sounds
have
good.
to pay?
$5,000 for us to drive to LA.
Deal.
Let's send it to him.
I believe him. Nah, dude, that's funny, and I'm glad you guys took the jump because yeah, I mean, you guys came here and you guys sat on the couch like this literally 3 years ago to this day. It was like September 20th, and now it's the 18th, and a lot's fucking changed in the last 3 years. A lot of good stuff we'll kind of touch on. But going off of that, yeah, you guys came here, assessed you out, and then I remember we were like just burning on. You were like, hey, we're gonna have just a party in the backyard and have you guys play in the backyard and invite all of our industry friends and go. And you guys were like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I don't know. And yeah, I mean, look, you guys, I think you guys were fine. It was exactly like how we sprung on to it. I mean, this was Quinn's like third time playing with you guys.
Yeah.
And first time
barely
falling
got-
down a
I barely-
hill.
That
I
was
think
his
I-
first time.
I
I
think
I met
first
Matt.
time live.
Yeah, I met Matt like a week before.
Yeah.
pretty
Really?
much.
Yeah, I remember when we drove together, and it was just like
Yeah,
didn't
we-
really know each other. It was kind of weird.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we were-
that's
we were
crazy.
feeling
nice
that.
on the road
Yeah.
trip over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that you're just like, yeah, he's a drummer. I'm going to put him in the band. We need a drummer.
We wanted a tight rhythm section.
Oh,
Yeah, our last drummer
We
was.
had to put bass in.
Yeah, our drummer
last
before had a habit of needing to do his laundry every time we needed to
When there was
practice.
something really important. Yeah.
Really, that was his mo.
That was
You
he
gotta
would
do
always be
laundry.
like, I
It
gotta
would-
do laundry.
yeah.
And we're like, dude, just throw it in the
Be like
fucking
we could do that at a
machine.
show.
It
Night,
happened more
night
than
before, we're like,
Yeah.
final practice before the show.
Are you doing laundry by hand?
a lot of
crazy.
laundry?
That's
He was
crazy.
doing it out in
Laundry
the
to
It's
do.
out
like,
in
yeah,
the
guys, I
creek.
just 10 minutes before the practice. Yeah, guys, like I'm just really bogged down with all this laundry. I'm really sorry. Right now. And we're just sitting at practice, like, well,
Yeah, we'd be in the basement.
yeah, we'd be like, well, we're in Dave's parents' basement. We're like, well, I don't know what we're gonna do here.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah.
Because Dave's basement would be. But you said Dave's basement, right? Or Dave's?
My
Yeah, that's where
parents'
we-
basement.
That's
Yeah,
where we
yeah, yeah.
started.
That was one of the for us.
That
yeah,
was like the OG practice spot,
Yeah, that was
kind
where
of.
Quinn started.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
I was like
Dave-
super nervous.
Yeah.
One of the first practices. I don't know if I was like hungover or something, but like we just like played a couple songs and I was like, "Where's the bathroom?" Everyone's like, "Oh, it's over there." And I was like, "Cool," and then like just went and like puked.
Really?
No way.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
No, you told us that.
I think I told you like
Yeah, I think
drunkenly
you
Yeah, I
one
did.
didn't, I
time.
didn't know
but-
that. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But now I'm like obviously very comfortable. Like we like pretty much live together like 6 months of the year. So
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, this is why this podcast is fun to just like kind of go down memory lane and learn something like that's funny as shit that didn't know that thing about you.
First practice.
First
Yeah, that's
practice
so
just threw
funny.
up.
I forgot about that.
Well, you're also the young. Are you the youngest of everyone? Right?
that smokes.
I'm
No,
the
smokes.
youngest,
Yeah.
Senor.
Yeah. And
Smokes.
ages again, so the viewers know. All
I'm
your hot viewers.
I'm 23.
Oh, me. I'm 25.
25.
24.
Yeah.
I'm 14.
14.
That's so funny.
What's so funny? I just turned. I signed my bar mitzvah.
And I'm 15.
Yeah. Nah, dude, that's fucking funny. I mean, yeah, you guys all went to University of Utah for the most part. Met yourself there, and then yeah, you guys took a leap of faith with us to sign with us, and after that, we kind of saw something you guys as well to develop like a real career and like a business sense with you guys and become part of the management crew. Which yeah, it's very unique. Not everyone does it stuff like us, but you guys are just family to us. I mean, we have done a lot the last 3 years. We're so committed to you guys and the come up, and we're here for you every step of the way. I mean, just going back to like St. George. I mean, that like brought us together. I'm just gonna look at David. I mean, that brought all of us together. That was like our retreat of like, it was so sick to have like nobody gets in, you guys, and like your producer at the top of the house and at the stairways, and like just telling you guys, we made the big living room with instruments and shit. That was a fun time, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
that
was
will
really
always
cool.
be
Oh,
something
yeah.
that we remember as a label that like brought our company together.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Yeah,
trip.
that was
Yeah.
a good
Yeah,
good
made
bonding
the Come Down
experience.
album. What'd you say?
Good bonding experience.
Good bonding
Yeah.
experience, man.
That crazy,
yeah.
that crazy basement with like the green carpets.
Yeah,
and all
it was a
the-
really
that
weird
was a
Airbnb.
Bizarre
Yeah.
Airbnb. If we're talking about that one, it was awesome.
It was.
but
I mean,
was-
yeah, it was bizarre.
Yeah.
Basement was
spooky.
just plastered, top to bottom with Disney posters, collection of weird, creepy dolls.
Yeah.
And the dolls were like looking at you when you're watching TV. They're all
Yeah.
like faced.
I
Yeah.
think
I remember-
I saw one of their eyes move.
And then they had all the.
I think you ate one of Colin's acid tabs if you saw that.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna mention this. I didn't know if it would be okay.
No, it's
to
okay.
say,
I mean,
but
whatever.
I just remember going
God.
down into the basement and Colin was watching the sequel to Shark Boy and Lava Girl on acid while doing work emails, and I was like, "Okay, cool, man." And then I went back upstairs, and then I came back down like an hour later. I was like, "How's it going?" He's like, "Dude, I almost finished this one email."
He was like asking you to like proofread it too. right?
yeah. He was
Just
like, "Can
like
you just make
a
sure like
sentence.
this is cool?"
It's just a bunch of like gibberish.
Yeah,
like-
it's just-
That's fun.
I don't know if you guys remember this about that Airbnb, but they had some weird ties to the presidents or so. They
Oh,
every
yeah.
president they
yeah,
had.
Oh, yeah.
so they had like a photo of every president on the wall, and then how they were related to said president.
Yeah.
And this is like definitely like
Second
a white,
cousin
like
twice
conservative
removed. Yeah.
family, like in southern Utah.
Yeah.
And like every like they'd be like, oh, like George Washington, like whatever the ancestry tree is, and then us. And then Obama was in there too,
I remember that.
surprisingly
Yeah,
enough.
makes
Like they were,
sense.
but yeah, they're definitely related to every president.
Yeah.
in some weird way.
Yeah. What a
Yeah.
weird house.
Pretty
Twice
bizarre.
removed. Twice removed.
Twice
Yeah.
removed,
That,
yeah.
that's where like it evens out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Another good story from that is, if we're just reminiscing
Yeah.
here, is just I guess it's they're not gonna anyway.
We can always
when-
cut
when-
around any of this stuff,
when-
by the way.
Okay. Yeah, when Quinn spilled his Americano
Oh,
on the,
yeah.
on the
Clean that,
carpet.
yeah.
On the what? On the carpet?
It's this
Yeah,
white
it was like a-
carpet in every square.
Yeah.
I got nicknamed.
That was upstairs, right?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
nicknamed the Americana Sniper after that.
It was
I
within
just smelled like
seconds
an
of getting back from Starbucks too.
Yeah,
like
it was an
full
entire.
Did Andrew
Americano.
snap at you? He was so snappy.
Yeah, he
And then
probably
we
did.
just moved the couch like over a foot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just covered it
together.
up.
It'll
Yeah,
never
they-
know.
They
till
never
it's
saw it
there.
because
Give yourself some credit. I think you tried to scrub it
I
out
did.
for
I-
a
I
couple
bought
of
some-
minutes.
Yeah, I
we
bought
had
some carpet stuff.
There was nothing that. could be
No,
done
there's
about
nothing.
They didn't know it was
they
us
need-
They were
either.
mad about the spaghetti mess.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
left them
we had that
spaghetti in the
TikTok
sink.
blow up, and
Yeah,
they
that was
freaking
like our
commented on
TikTok
it. They're
blow up,
like,
and then-
"These guys are great, but they left all the like dirty dishes in the sink."
The house said that.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
our-
the house.
Bolognese
So, I don't
everywhere.
It was like our first TikTok to blow up.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I was gonna
Where's my mind one?
I was gonna
Yeah.
go into that. It's like out of that we got this probably what kind of sparked a lot of things on the
For
social
sure,
media
yeah.
side. Yeah, and I'll give credit, it was from me, but I'm not gonna say like I didn't know what I was doing because I don't know shit about TikTok. But I was walking down the stairs. You guys were playing Pixies in my mind. I filmed. I mean, tell me about that. Like, because not many people see that kind of like, like effect. And what was that like? I mean, a lot of followers. What kind of happened from that video? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it was wild. I mean, like, it was. I think I'd posted, like, I don't know, Flynn counted one time. It was like 69 or 75 posts or so, whatever. Yeah, and
I know. I remember him saying, "Give it like 70 posts. I promise, like it will hit." Or something.
Yeah, and I don't know. Finally, after all those posts getting like 100 views, I remember like I posted it, and it was when we got back, and then I went to bed, and I woke up, and the girl I was dating at the time, I like looked over, and I was like, "Wake up," because I was freaking out, and then
Yeah.
had like 1 million, and I think it was early, so I got to text everyone, and I was super stoked. But yeah, no, it definitely. I mean, it changed the game in terms of us like, and also giving the confidence to like keep posting on social media and keep like marketing our music. I think like that moment was really big, at least for me, in like times where it's tough because it it always goes through like waves of up and down.
For sure.
But yeah, it's like when you have those moments, they're really incredible, and like you garnish fans from there that will be there for forever. And it's like as long as like that's kind of I think what you take away from it and what you care about. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's really awesome, and it's a good way to connect with a bunch of people and like get a lot of people to listen to your stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, TikTok followers came up. Your streams obviously went up. Fans on all of the platforms started taking notice.
Mhm.
You guys started running and doing some more stuff. And yeah, I think that's when we started to put out Come Down singles. I had fun with the Come Down album because I directed Bird Scooter. I was trying to think I directed anything more.
Suburbia.
Suburbia.
My bad.
Yeah, Suburbia. Yeah.
Suburbia, yeah.
Jordan did Bird Scooter, but Suburbia, and we watched it the other night, and that shit was so fucking
that was
fun.
Yeah, that's a great
That was
video.
awesome.
Still one of my
The
favorites.
one, go ahead. What were you saying, my son?
Oh, I wasn't saying.
Oh, that's
so
fine.
honestly,
Matt
probably
was-
my favorite video. Like I haven't watched it for a while, and just watching it back over
Yeah,
here was
Suburbia's
just
so fun.
so funny. And I think you did a great job of like just showing all of our character.
Yeah,
that was a good
No,
one.
it was good. It was just like an office setting. We went to Goodwill and
Yeah.
bought $20 suits for each of you guys. I remember Mayor was with us, and we like picked out a bunch of suits, spent like $100 at Goodwill, and then all those people came out for like a Chipotle meal, like those old people, and
yeah.
rented an
Yeah,
office
that's
for
awesome.
like 4 hours. The one regret I have with that video though is that we didn't record sound when Quinn was doing his conference meeting.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
right,
was
We
yeah.
didn't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting around making that PowerPoint presentation
So
was
fun.
hilarious.
Why don't
Just
you
watching guys do it.
maybe share some of the detail if you remember?
Yeah, so we basically were like one of the last scenes in the music video was to do like a big presentation, and then the CEO or whatever, or like the quote unquote CEO, is like all sitting around like a conference table, and I'm presenting to them what us five have been working on maybe, and they're just like, what the hell is this? And it's just like, I was like, what's your favorite color? And it's just the most
But
nonsensical.
you said vulgar shit. You
well,
were
I would,
cursing.
that's what I was saying. But like the PowerPoint was just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
It
yeah.
was like handsome Shrek in there.
Yeah, that's
what I was
gonna
Sort of
say, the one-
sexually
Oh, yeah.
explicit Shrek picture on there.
yeah,
the one
but
thing
like,
I
was
remember-
I was definitely
Shrek,
saying
yes.
way more explicit shit when I was like actually.
I
doing
mean,
the
I think we
presentation.
did like 2 or 3 takes. I just remember telling those old because there were like 5 people and they were old. They were, well into their 50s, 60s, maybe 70s.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, he's going to come in, he's going to say some shit. And, I seen your best reactions. And you said something like, God, I can't remember. You said something to the guy in the back, like, "Oh yeah, fuck you," and you like walked out.
Yeah, yeah. I was just like, "Fuck that guy, you're fired."
We'll talk about the,
yeah.
Something.
the
The
shotgun.
shotgun was.
too.
Oh, yeah.
was
The
really
shotgun.
And then
the
yeah,
peak of
like
it.
there was like go to the next slide, and all of a sudden it just says shotgun break, and I just shotgun a beer like in
Yeah.
the middle of the presentation,
That's hilarious.
and then I immediately had to vomit after that. So I like went outside.
I think I
and-
remember. Yeah, you went outside to vomit.
You got any other good vomit story? This
That's
seems
we're
to be
two.
a theme
We got two.
running
We got to do the
through.
rule of 3 on these
Yeah.
things.
Oh shit!
Did you
I
throw
don't
up
know.
today at Six Flags?
I thought I was going to.
Oh, he almost
Yeah,
did.
almost
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
After
on-
what?
On the Batman one, that's what got me.
Yeah, you seem kind of rattled after that.
I was very rattled. I think that's the only two good
pretty
vomit stories that I
scary.
Well,
can think of.
In that Suburbia video, the last thing I'll mention was that I think the favorite part, which I wish I used more in the edit, was when we just pulled off to a side of the road, like an hour up in L.A. and did like the rendition of the Office Space scene.
Yeah, that was
with
so
like the
fun.
printer and
That
like
was great.
yeah,
Just gotta
it's so
smash
funny because
stuff.
yeah, me and Flynn have had like old computers and printers in our house for a minute, and we're like, what can we do with this? I'm like, oh, this video, we
Smash
can
'em.
smash some shit.
Other
So-
Easter egg in that scene, I
What?
accidentally ripped Dave's newly pierced
Ooh.
earring out of his ear when I was pulling him back.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I also
Did you, like,
almost
just
broke my
pierce it
glasses.
that
It
yeah, I
was
night?
remember that. The
Earlier that
glasses.
week.
Yeah, you like just pierced it, right?
Yeah, I'd
Or Mayor pierced it.
Mayor
pierced
pierced
it
it here, yeah.
late one night.
That's
Over
hilarious.
in the kitchen, a couple rooms.
I know.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Spicy.
But
It took a it took a lot of tries.
that scene though, when
Yeah.
like Dave like fucking beats it, and he's running. You guys are walking back, and he runs back and kicks. Is like so fucking iconic.
Yeah.
I think when I was rolling, I was on camera, I was geeking out. Those are the best times when you're just like laughing your ass off, and you can't even like hold the camera still.
I think we had some pent up rage. We were really committed to destroying that printer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
broke the baseball bat in half trying to
Yeah.
fucking smack the
Well,
MacBook.
also while I was smacking it and you guys were pulling me back, my glasses flew off and I fell backwards and they were like right behind me and I had to like kind of adjust, barely just save the glasses. So it could have been a
You saved
freshly
them,
freshly ripped ear and a freshly broken pair of glasses.
That was pre-LASIK.
Damn, you got beat
Dave.
up in that scene,
Yeah.
Pretty serious.
but you
stuff.
did it for the video. You did it for the creative.
I
Sweat and
He always
tears.
You
does.
put it out on the
He always
line.
puts his body on the
Yeah.
line for his work.
every time.
Yeah, like bird scooter. You fell down. You put your
Yeah, that was more me.
yeah.
Yeah, you put the camera on the line for that one.
I
Too.
did.
Oh my
yeah.
God,
Well,
dude, I
you
forgot
didn't,
about
you
that.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, you went all in on that fucking trash can hit, and boom,
Yeah.
my camera guy almost just dropped. Like, yeah, that was not
You
good.
wanted good acting.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean you committed.
Yeah.
No stunt doubles for the Krooked Kings. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
No
Always
crash
committed
pads
to
either.
it.
Yeah, no
Just air
crash pads, just
mattresses.
air mattresses. God damn it.
All the
Yeah.
beers we drink on stage too. Those aren't stunt doubles. That's us.
Those are real.
Those are real beers.
beers.
Those are fake beers.
Was that when we did Bird Scooter? Was that you guys already went on tour with Goth Babe? Or
Yeah.
afterwards?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because yeah, I want to touch like
It was that summer. I
That was
think,
after
right?
our. Wasn't that? Oh, never mind. I was saying that was after our first tour, but that was this year. It all just blends together.
When did Bird Scooter come out?
Bird Scooter came out. We shot in like May 20.
It was after Suburbia.
Yeah.
It was after Rare Americans, I think.
Because the first tour we did was
Did
January.
we end in LA with Rare
2021
American?
with
No, we
Goth
went to
Babe.
Phoenix and called. No, yeah, we did.
Dude, you know
We
what?
went to
You know what's
Phoenix
cool
and
though? The fact that you guys can't really remember about the tours. No, but like A, it's cool because you probably had a great fucking time. But B, like in the past 3 years, man, you guys have really progressed, and you're fortunate that not many other bands can say how many. You know, you guys did great support acts with Rare Americans and Goth Babe, and now you're on this headline tour. You know, you're here in LA. We're in the middle of a tour right now for the Sick of Being Young tour, but it's really fucking cool how road warrior, you know, life you guys are about to take this. And, you know, every city along the way, like you guys are seeing dope cities and you have a lot of fans in those cities. And man, y'all just gotta, it's awesome for us. Like we're proud as hell of you guys, but you guys should be proud of yourself. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
Thanks.
I
It's
mean,
been a
what-
grind, but
yeah.
I don't think we'd have it any other way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is always kind of what we wanted, you know? Like, I mean, obviously tour's really hard, but, I mean, it's just fun at the end of the day. Like, you're in a van with 5 dudes, and, you know, maybe that sounds horrible to people, but to me, I mean, like, it's like my 5 best friends, and we go cross country, and we see everything. We see every city, we see every gas stop together.
what's been your favorite city?
Gas stations.
Has there been any city that stood out favorite or best memory,
like we all
or
have different-
you're
I
like,
mean-
damn that. Yeah, I mean,
New York on the last tour for me, like I love New York, and I think that was like sold out, and it was really cool just to like be there.
Yeah,
and,
in
like,
Brooklyn, baby's all
yeah,
right.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean,
Dave, what's yours?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I always like going to Fort Collins because Fort Collins,
Yeah,
we
Fort Collins is
just
cool.
for some reason
Got a
have
good crowd.
Yeah, we always get a really good crowd there, and they're always really loud, and they know our songs really well. So I always like that, but it's hard to pick, honestly.
Yeah.
What about you,
Quinn?
Q?
I like Seattle. I lived there
Seattle.
for a little bit and
Yeah.
got just a lot of good friends and there everything. So it's
Fuck
always
yeah.
it's always fun to go
Good
there.
music scene.
And I just love it at Pacific Northwest in general. It's just really
Yeah.
beautiful.
yeah.
Matty Smokes.
I'd have to say New York as well. Like, that's just where all my family's from, and so
Pound a minute.
it was just awesome to
Everyone
just
got
see
my
all the
back on
family
this
and
side.
stuff like that. So it was a blast. Yeah.
What you got, Paul?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Not yet.
We haven't played.
I was
there.
like about to say,
We'll
I don't
see you
remember
soon,
that
Lincoln.
being on a tour.
No,
We'll see you soon, Lincoln.
Call
I
me
don't know. I'm kind
Nebraska
of
the
torn
way we
between
Lincoln.
New York and Seattle. I love the Pacific Northwest, and it's like the gloom. Honestly, whatever the opposite of seasonal affective disorder, I think I have that.
I'm curious.
But the New York trip was fun because we got the full week there. We got to kind of bounce around. We had the whole after party after the show, which was
Yeah.
an absolute blast watching the sunrise above our our Airbnb in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, that's yeah, a lot of you guys say that the West, the Pacific Northwest. Obviously, this tour is 40 cities in America. You're done 10 right now. We're in California, but I'm excited to see what you guys think and what the crowd's gonna think of like the East Coast and the Southeast.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think
Very excited.
where we're at in the Carolinas and the
Yeah,
Virginias and the
super
DCs.
Yeah, I think we're all super stoked for that
East
area.
Coast is
Yeah,
maybe-
I don't think any of us have been really down.
Because I mean,
to,
New
like,
York is really the only. It's
Yeah.
the only show that we've played
Yeah,
outside of
yeah.
Yeah.
west of
Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah.
I mean, even
or
just
east of
seeing
Utah.
the South, I think we're all just super excited just to like
Yeah.
even not just all of the country. Honestly, we're just
Yeah,
really
there's so many
stoked for it.
places.
Yeah.
It's just fun to drive through, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like that's like a weird part of being on tour that I thought I maybe wouldn't enjoy, but it's kind of just the road tripping. You know, it's fun and it's really cool to see in like all of everything. You know, when people were like, "Oh, you've been here," you're like, "Yeah." Been to that weird ass random, podunk place on the side of the road because I was on that interstate that no one ever goes on.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of fun.
Ozona.
And, yeah,
We
unique.
rode
Yeah,
down.
Staying in Ozona, Texas.
Ozona,
That was,
Texas, baby, that motel.
I've never Ozona, Texas.
It's
It's
West
beautiful
Texas.
there. You
Really?
love it. Yeah.
The whole
It's-
town is
yeah.
basically the murder motel we stayed in and the gas station across from the murder motel. So
Damn.
Danny, have you seen No
pool's
Country for Old
green.
Men?
No Country for Old Men.
it
Yeah.
felt like no
It's
country.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very-
Anton Chigurh was gonna be breaking through the door at any second.
You should tell them about how you guys got
Oh my-
locked out of the
oh my
hotel
God.
room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good story.
Me and
Tell it.
I like asked Quinn to like smoke a cigarette because we're like quitting vapes and stuff. So like, oh, yo, Quinn, let's go smoke a cigarette outside, and we lock ourselves out of the freaking hotel room, and we're like, oh crap. So we like start walking around. We go to this like, honestly, we thought we were gonna get kidnapped. Like we're walking around all these semis, it's just
Lot Lizard Central.
Lot Lizard
Yeah,
Central.
lot
like,
lives in Ozona.
yeah, we didn't know what to do, and then it's like, go to the gas station. I'm like, what?
That's what it said at the front desk of the motel.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
said
the
go to
lobby
the
was
gas
locked.
station next door.
So
What
we-
the fuck?
Yeah, we
Okay.
like walk into this gas station, and the teller at the gas station was like, we're like, hey, we're locked out of our room. He's like, what room? We're like, 110 or whatever. Just gave us the key. Like,
Didn't
No
even
questions
ask
asked.
ID.
didn't
Yeah.
ask for anything.
What the fuck?
No keys.
Yeah.
So if you want to like commit like a super huge homicide,
We
go
might
to
need to cut that one out.
go to no, let me finish and then we can cut it. Go to Ozona, Texas, and go to that motel and go to the gas station.
And you're
Just ask for
scot-free.
any room number and they will give it to you.
And that's the intro.
Yeah, that is
That's the intro.
Boom. We're in it.
What's the guy from No Country use? The little pressure. If you
Anton
got a
Chigurh
pressure gun,
or something, I think it's Chigurh.
Yeah,
Anton?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Dude, that's funny, man.
Ozona, Texas is
Yeah,
the place
Yeah,
for you.
that was a good memory.
So who's driving the van the most? And who's
Say-
driving the van the
I'd say
least?
Ollie and Matt are the two.
Yeah.
Well, and Bobo.
Bobo's
Bobo.
been a road
Yeah.
warrior.
Yeah,
Bobo's
this
Yeah.
a
time
warrior.
around.
Yeah,
That's good,
our,
man. Bobo's been doing it.
Bobo's here too. He's our tour manager / merch seller, and he's awesome.
Hell yeah.
He's crushing.
Nah, he's been crushing it, man. It's been 16 this like the team aligned. I mean, you got Bobo, you got also Maya who's doing front of house, doing
Yeah,
a lot of your stuff.
He's
and then,
incredible.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's honestly really rewarding to see how many people on the road that we just mentioned, but like us, obviously, Duma and Megan. You know, I mean, there's just so many pieces that everyone is. It really feels like a really great team you guys have around you, and like I don't see it a lot. Like I work with a lot of musician artists on the music video side and on the other side, and like no one's got like what we got here. You five and us, and nobody gets it, and all the pieces around you. It's special, and it's like we're in the middle of the tour, and we know next summer is something like we want to play the festivals, and it's not even like we want to, like we're going to play the festivals. Like it's also like what Wade says a lot, like there's not like if this band's going to blow up, it's like when this band's going to blow up. And you know, I wouldn't even say blow up's a bigger word than where you guys are. It's like taking to that next like really big-ish level, because you take a step back and you're like, oh shit, we're on a tour bus here soon, we're playing 40 cities in America, we're playing 9 cities in Europe. You know, you've released 3 albums in the last year and a half or two. Shit, man. I mean, you guys got it's pretty dope, dude. I mean, yeah. Do you guys feel like you would be in this, like, and don't even need to credit us, like, would you feel like, do you think of like your age and you're like, damn, like this is everything I wanted to do
We really
now?
have landed with an amazing team, and
Yeah.
I think we're incredibly lucky for it. You know, within nobody gets it, and outside of nobody gets it, and a lot of it, I mean, it's you guys just knowing the right people for us. I gotta say, Wade has been incredible at just like looping the right people, I think, into our circle, and yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, trust goes both ways. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just like sorry, I'm in.
No, I'm just gazing in
I
those
was saying you
beautiful
got
eyes.
it.
Oh, okay.
I had
okay.
a little something after you,
Okay,
but
okay.
yeah.
No, yeah, I think the thing for me that's so incredible about everything is, I mean, obviously, like we've talked about, you guys are like really close friends of ours, the label is, but also like Alex and Megan, like our agents, I feel incredibly close with them as well, and like Bobo and Maya, who are on the road with, like, everyone that we are working with right now, I consider like a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I think that's like super important to the success of it, and also why like we've been having so much success is because everyone gets along and everyone is actually invested in it because we care about each other. And so like that's been a huge blessing for us for sure.
Makes it less of a job.
I was
We're
just about
we're
to
just
say
hanging
that.
out. You
Yeah.
know,
No one
we're
really-
hanging out with our friends. Like we're on a call every week.
Yeah.
But it's like we're like giving each other shit. You know, poking fun. It's like it's a good time. We're hanging out with our friends.
We're all
and
invested,
It's
yeah.
a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say just kind of like what going off what Quinn says. Like, you know, there'll definitely be some moments on tour. You know, you've been on the road for a while, and it's like you're getting a little like down. But then you like play a show, and you just see the reaction of everyone, just how much our music affects, and then you come back and just like reminisce with the team. Like those moments, I just cherish so much, and like really value, you know, spending time with everyone, and like, yeah, I just feel really grateful. So it's just awesome. Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
We're invested, and the fans are invested. I mean, you got people tattooing your lyrics or stuff on their body.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Crazy.
fucking dope.
Yeah, it's wild.
we had our first person faint at a show.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That was the other night, right?
Anna.
Yeah.
But did she faint by admiration?
Well, it's
Just like-
because normally,
exhaustion.
I think Dave was looking real spicy.
well, what I was gonna say is normally I'm kind of, you know, tucked into the back corner of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You were a little more forward.
I was a little more forward. A light shined on me. It revealed my face. She beheld. She beheld.
Cool word.
It's a pretty cool
That's
word.
a cool word.
And she fainted almost immediately.
I'm surprised only one, considering that's the first time we've ever let the lights.
Well,
shine on.
most people don't look into that.
Yeah. Well, that's why Dave wears glasses too, so people can't look directly into his eyes.
I'm like
Medusa.
if
Like
Medusa
Medusa.
was
Yeah,
like
it's a little-
really sexy.
yeah, it's a little like
And
it's
a
a little
man.
dangerous.
Yeah.
you
So
know?
you're saying we need to kind of give a warning before the show, like, warning, our keys player is coming 2 feet
Yeah.
closer than normal.
You may be
100%.
seduced.
Please make sure
You
you're
may be
hydrated.
You may be
Please make sure
You're
yeah.
in the splash zone,
Yeah.
basically. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't
good.
phrase it like that necessarily.
Awesome.
You know, I would.
It's,
So
yeah,
it's the difference
That's
between you and
awesome.
me.
And that's so good.
And
So
that's
is
the
any
intro.
of
That's
this
the
usable?
intro. Yeah, this is all usable.
man.
And I'll give credit, man, dude. I saw you guys obviously the other night. I'm obviously going to see a lot more shows, but every time I see you guys, and I'm not just saying this on this podcast, you guys really are getting better every time. It's all around. It's like it's just the stage presence. It's the
Yeah.
transition through songs. It's the background vocals sound way more powerful and confident, and just like And Ollie, like, yeah, you too. Like, it's like you know how to just work the dancing, like work, like getting the crowd moving. I mean, I love
moving my hips, man.
you love moving
The
the hips?
moving my
dancing,
hips.
the
Let's
shaking
hear
of the
action.
tuchus.
The shaking of the took.
Yeah, the new
so many
songs play
tattoos.
well. I love when people sing back "Memory Loss." That was a vibe.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's kind of fun to get people involved in it before the song is even out anywhere.
dude.
Too. Like, I feel like that's just a good gauge that like we're on to something.
I was staying with a few of
new
your
stuff.
Yeah, I was staying with a few of your friends. There's that tall guy who was in the green room with us.
Oh, Connor.
Yeah, and then some other people too.
Character.
Yeah, but everyone was just like, I never heard this song. Like, I never heard this song. Like, yeah, it's a new one. There's like, this is so sick. Like, because everyone's like, I don't recognize this. But yeah, man, you guys just bring the A game on that new stuff, and it always keeps getting better. All this music keeps getting better. All the Good Days album, like, not even biased here again, being label head and working with you guys, like front to back, man. That is even my friends say it that don't like this genre of music are like, it's just such a great album. It
Thank
really
you,
is,
yeah.
man. It's gonna live on for a long time.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah. No, the
Yeah.
artwork's great. What would you guys say is like your favorite song on that, or would you guys have a favorite song on that album?
I mean, I guess, I mean, for me, it's kind of changed. Originally, I really loved Carbon Monoxide, which I still do. I mean, I like all the album, but my favorite right now is probably Wish We Could Be Friends.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I always loved that song, and then it kind of didn't hit, and then now it's like getting more listens and stuff. So I'm like re-excited the way I was when I first wrote it, which has been like super gratifying in some way. So that's my favorite right now, but I feel like that always changes.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I'd say probably my favorite is Dog on a Chain. I
Yeah.
really like that one, especially like
Banger.
we just worked with a musical director named Eve Rothman, and he kind of, was like, oh, this part's really cool. Let's kind of like change it for the live version. And I think that kind of like re-inspired my love for it. It's just so fun to play live. And
What changes in that?
Not
na-
much. It's just like
Kinda drew
the
out
bridge
the
is
bridge.
extended and
Yeah,
just
we have
more
the-
backing
Cool,
vocal
cool.
work.
back-
Yeah, in the end, it's a little more like
jammy.
Yeah.
We just make it all
little
raw.
Yeah,
more
you guys definitely
anthemic-
jam well
a little more
so well
anthemic
now.
stuff,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's sick.
I just think like with all of our music, it's just we just make it so much more fun on stage. Like it's like, oh yeah, this album is really fun to fucking play. you
Yeah,
know what
man.
I mean, like
Coming of age.
yeah.
It might not sound exactly like the record, but I think that's a good thing.
That is a
You
good
know,
thing.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like it still feels like a very live show, which I wouldn't want to be playing it if it was.
Yeah.
Sure.
Feels a lot more rock and roll than the record, I think.
That's
Yeah,
special, man. That's why people
100%.
will come out and see you and kind of just really see who you are and see different like renditions of the songs and whatever, man. But no, that's all makings of a great rock and roll band, and you guys have that shit right there, man.
Thank you.
What about what's your favorite song on the album?
On all of the good days.
Yeah.
Oh man, it changes every day. I think You Thought is
Yeah.
up there for me.
You Thought's a sleeper.
It is.
That's the one that we want to use for like sync. Like we're like, dude, that could be in like a Madden game. Like that could be.
That's a great call. Yeah. I love
EA
that.
Get us
Sports.
in Madden, man.
Yeah.
Is it even Madden anymore?
Maybe some FIFA.
I think Madden's still
Still
going. I
Madden?
haven't bought a
I think
Madden in a
I'm
while.
pretty sure Madden's
Madden
still
lives
going.
on.
FIFA though, FIFA's probably the stuff that people want.
Yeah,
to
FIFA.
What about you
I'd be
two?
down to getting FIFA.
What's your guys' favorite songs right on the album?
I think I'm gonna give. That's probably the same answer as Ollie. I really loved Carbon Monoxide, but yeah, I think Wish We Could Be Friends. I think I've gone the same trajectory as Ollie on this one. Yeah, that one's just fun as fuck to play live. Like,
Yeah.
Jam out at the end.
the jam out at the end is always like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
is
Hell yeah.
super fun.
Quinn, what about you?
I'd say this might be a little surprising, but Dog on a Chain for me at first, that was like my least favorite song on the album, like by a lot.
Yeah, you were
Well,
against even
so
having
we had
it
like
on- I
we had like
remember.
It was
13
called Stick
songs
in the
that were
Mud
like
for a
we were
minute,
trying
too,
to
I
decide
remember.
like which 10 we're gonna use or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know about Dog on a Chain, like it's just not doing it for me. And then now, like it just took a sec to grow on me, and now it's like probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Especially live, like that one's just super fun to play.
It is kind of.
I love that
sleeper
one
pick, though.
live.
It's a ripper.
And Coming of Age also, like just banger. My dad, that's my dad's favorite song.
Oh,
So like Father Like Son, I think
Yeah.
I'm.
I like it.
Dude,
love
Dad's
it.
been at a lot of shows recently. He was at
Yes,
South
he's
by.
coming to San Francisco in a couple days. He's coming to
yeah.
Berlin with my
Is he?
parents are. Yeah,
Sick.
yeah, it's gonna be tight.
Darren
Yeah.
is the man.
Darren.
I will be every step of the way in Europe because I can't not be in Europe.
Excited.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
we need you, baby.
We'll
We
be
need to see
fun,
European
man.
Danny also.
Yeah, we need to see
Oh.
European Danny.
Yeah.
Something.
It's a whole different Danny.
It's a whole different
That's what
Danny,
I've
dude.
heard.
I can't wait to turn off
Amen.
from work and it's I mean, you guys will be broke, but like it's gonna be. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm so stoked. Dublin, we got Dublin, Leeds, Glasgow, which is Scotland, and or is Glasgow Scotland?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Glasgow.
Glasgow's in England.
No, Glasgow, Scotland.
Leeds is
Oh really?
shit.
Oh,
As in
yeah.
like two
We're
separate
playing
shows.
Dublin.
No, Glasgow is in Scotland.
Hey, you know what? Someone's
Dublin
gonna
is
put
in
us.
Ireland.
Someone's gonna
Oh,
put us in a
I'm
van and
Scottish,
just
I should
drive,
know this.
and we'll be playing at different
fuck that.
European cities.
We'll just be
I think
booing.
Hamburg's gonna be a sleeper
Hamburg's-
pick.
Hamburg's gonna be
of Europe,
sick.
too.
Hamburg's gonna be sick. When I went to Berlin, I have a friend in Berlin, and he was really talking up how Hamburg is a great scene.
It's a
You're-
dope.
You're
city.
playing there on like a Friday or Saturday night too, so that'll be cool in a weekend. And I think we have some time where we'll probably get an Airbnb and stay there for a night or two.
Yeah, it'd be really
Sweet.
fun.
And I wish we'd had more time in Amsterdam. Like, we're
Well,
only
what
there
I'm
for a
really
night.
excited for is when I get lost in Amsterdam and you guys can't find me
Well,
for the rest of the tour,
well,
and then I show up 30 years later.
for the Krooked Kings
weathered
reunion
as
tour,
hell.
a lot of good days for
And you were
reunions.
lost
Yeah.
in Jumanji.
little
style.
do you
I was
know-
in Jumanji the whole time.
You were-
He's been in
you were
Jumanji.
a
I was in
piece of
Narnia.
Jumanji.
Well, we're gonna have to put an air tag on you.
Probably.
Yeah, you.
I
Yeah.
don't know if
Well, we
AirTags
got
go to Jumanji.
we got the Find My
but,
iPhone thing
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully fun.
Yeah,
I'm
we have
I'm
each
very
other
excited
tracked.
for all the Europe. I mean, do you guys have favorites? So, what is your guys' favorite city we're gonna be playing in Europe?
I don't think any of us have really
That
been there.
we've
Also, real
been
quick,
to?
Danny, what's
No.
your favorite song on
No.
the album?
I was gonna answer
Oh.
this coming around the
Yeah,
thing,
that's
and
it.
I'll speak for
Good
nobody
catch.
gets
Start a
it.
podcast.
Let's hear it.
And I think this really is good and drunk, man. Good and drunk.
Really?
Bold
I know you guys
choice.
don't like that.
I
guess
will
people
say
like
We
it.
do not like that
I will
song.
say since we've been playing Good and Drunk on tour, I've come to like it a lot.
I-
You know,
It's
it
a
gets
fun
the
one to
people
play
moving,
live.
and it's a
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I remember sitting here.
Banger.
We were sitting here like maybe it was May, right after the album dropped, and it was like me, Wade, and Colin, and we were sitting here listening to all the songs, and it was Wish We Could Be Friends, Coming of Age, Sick of Being Young, and we're listening, and like Wade's, I remember he's like, dude, it might be Good and Drunk. He's like, this one actually might like go like, but the fact that we had like 5 bangers that we couldn't decide what is gonna be the one off the record. Not many bands can say that. Not many positions of like we can say that, and it's just fortunate as hell. I love Good and Drunk because I don't know, man. It's just a feel good song. I feel like it's
Yeah,
a really
for
good
sure.
summer song, and people like it. And to speak to that thing about 4 bangers, you guys have 4 other new bangers going to come out on this new album. Like, and
Just
seriously,
4?
man,
Not
and there's
8?
only like 7 or 8 songs, but like 8.
8
bangers. 8 bangers.
Eight
Eight bangers.
But I'm telling you, like 4, like
But 4 of them are
we
good.
can't decide what. I don't mean
Heard it
like
here
that.
first.
I don't mean like that.
No, I'm just-
4 we
yeah.
can't decide like what is gonna
Yeah,
be the
yeah.
it single. Like, you know, we can't decide. I mean, they're all fucking great, obviously, man. But like, there's 4 right now that are like we've all been talking about. That was like, what's gonna be the marketing push? What's gonna be the single? What's the strategy? But like, we really can't. It could be any of them, first to third, roll out, whatever. But it's special, man. It's
It's
cool.
a good problem to have.
It's a great problem to have. Yeah, and you guys play the songs really fucking well right now too.
Thank you.
Make some
Yeah.
music videos for him soon too.
It's kind of messed up. I'm already like excited to like incorporate the new songs off the album into the next tour. After
Yeah.
this one. And we're
We're
not
doing
even
another
a
tour?
quarter of the
I've-
way
Yeah.
through this.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like
I thought this was the reunion tour.
Yeah, I thought this was our like one and done.
I thought this is our swan
then we,
song.
Yeah, and then we finish, and then we all get like $5 million or whatever. And
Yeah.
we have to
Yeah.
campaign or
That's
something.
how it
That
works,
was in the
right?
fine-
I think
fine
that's
print.
yeah. I
Okay.
think
That
that's
was
how
the-
it works.
that
We
was the
got
fine
we got to
print.
call Duma about that
Yeah,
real
gotta
quick.
That's in our
Yeah.
contract somewhere.
Yeah.
Call
It's
Megan.
definitely in there.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I think like I mean yeah I agree, Paul. Like I'm super stoked about playing this this new album live for sure. But it's funny, or it's just like an interesting thing where you kind of just get, as soon as you make a new album, you're like already like
You're already
you're hooked on that one. You don't care about, or I mean you still care about the old one, but
Well,
it's
kinda
kind of
already
like
done.
more excited
You know,
about
you
it.
finished
Yeah.
it. You kind of
Yeah.
want to move on in some sense.
yeah,
you
you're
know?
excited. You lose interest in the old stuff. You're like,
Especially
this
when you're
new
writing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially when, and writing the new album, I'm like, why did we even make that other fucking
Yeah.
album? Like,
Well,
this
that
one
was
is
my
so
mind every
way
time.
cooler, you know?
Every show when you announce this one's 96 Subaru, crowd goes crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like,
You got
96
diehard
Subaru,
fans
we
really
wrote that?
songs. Yeah,
You sure?
Amsterdam
Yeah,
is
no, it's a
still
good
a
We've been
blast.
fans
That's
there
a
for a
good
while, which
I
is
thought
nice.
I thought that was
Yeah.
a different band.
I know it's gonna be hard going forward with like picking your guys' songs like with the show.
Yeah, some of the oldies I think will be,
We might
you
have
know,
to do the
Yeah.
the great
can't try to forget them.
If they're-
Yeah.
shows.
We have
Yeah.
had some not complaints, but some people be like, "Oh, I can't like great show, like that's so awesome." But like I really miss like like creature or like eggshells or like something like really deep.
Like
Like, wow, that's like a deep cut. Like like that's sick. Like wow, I'm glad you know all that. But like also we're like, I don't even remember that. I don't even know how to play that song. Like,
I don't think
let alone play that live.
Yeah. That's fucking tight.
Yeah.
When we play these big festivals this upcoming summer, what would you guys like? What's your festival that you guys would want to play? If you guys could play any festival out there, music festival, what would you look forward to this summer, if there is one? But yes, to answer your question, you will have another tour probably. You guys are gonna be touring, man.
No, we're excited. All jokes aside, we're very excited.
I don't know, I feel like
EDC.
Lollapalooza
Lolla.
probably for all of us.
Yeah.
Lolla?
I don't know.
I
Lolla in Chicago.
Lolla's
I feel like
great.
That's a good
I'm
one.
down
I
with
don't really
Lolla.
I
know
don't really
like
know any festivals other than Kelby Block Party.
Well, I'll
I'd
tell
love
you,
to
I mean,
play
like-
Kelby Block Party.
Someone
It's
mentioned
the
there was
only
like
one I've
one
ever
like
been
on
to.
the beach in like Alabama.
It's Hangout Fest.
Yeah, that one sounds.
Hangout Fest.
Yeah, I
Hangout
feel like I don't
Fest,
know that much.
Gulf
That one
Shores,
sounds like
Alabama in May.
pretty chill.
What's
Any
that?
and all of them.
What's that Japanese one that someone was talking
Oh,
about?
Eve was talking
Eve was
about
talking
it.
about
Yeah.
In Japan?
Yeah. Yes.
The Japanese festival in Japan.
What's it called? Anyone? No.
I don't know.
It was like
Evil-
Oasis Fest, Summer
Yeah.
Sonic, Summer Sonic.
Summer Sonic.
Yeah,
Summer
that's
Sonic.
what it
Summer
was.
Sonic.
Damn, he was talking about that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he was talking about it for us, but yeah, he's talking
He's
about
talking
it.
about-
I mean, he was talking about it for us.
He played
Yeah,
at
he
the
was.
Tumor, and I think
Yeah.
they were playing it over there in Japan.
I think he was like, yeah, I just played this dope ass festival. Maybe you guys will get there.
One day.
I'll tell
Well-
you what, I mean, like Lollapalooza in Chicago, ACL in Austin, Texas, Hangout Fest in Alabama. I mean, maybe Bonnaroo up in there in Tennessee,
Governor's Ball.
Governor's Ball in New York,
Ooh, that would be fun.
Okeechobee is in Florida. I mean, there's a lot of these things that's the trajectory that we want to keep seeing you guys build to, and I know the agents do as well. That's stuff that you guys will be playing, and it's also stuff where like we don't see you guys being an early time slot. Like it's gonna be a good time slot, and that's just like where you guys' trajectory is going. It's gonna be fucking tight.
Can't wait
Oh,
to
yeah.
have a
Yeah, I'm
panic attack
excited.
at all of those.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to meet my future wife, Wise Blood. I guess I don't know her real name now that I'm saying it. Anyway, I
put
know
it
you
down,
watch this podcast wherever you are, Wise Blood.
Well,
Hit me up.
David Wong.
It's actually soon to be Wise Macy.
Yeah, Wise Macy.
Wise. Well, we're gonna hyphenate it. Wise Blood dash me.
Yeah, that's nice.
She's
Yeah,
so
that's
wise.
nice. Yes.
She's so wise.
She is so wise.
Anyway,
I mean, so yeah, and it's just stoked, man. We're about to hop on that tour bus. You guys' first time on a tour bus?
Yeah, we're going bus
Yeah.
mode.
Hyped.
It's gonna be
Very
crazy.
hyped.
How quickly do you think it's going to take for you to get sick of us spending that much time in close quarters on the tour bus?
Well, I'm not going to be on
We'll
a
be on
tour.
the
He'll
tour
be-
bus.
he'll be in,
smaller
there for a
quarters.
week.
I'll be in Europe with you every day, but we're gonna have a fucking time when I'm here with Danny. But I'll be on the bus from like in the East Coast, and dude, I ain't gonna get sick, man. Dude, this is like this is a trip.
Legendary.
only thing he's gonna get sick of is being young. Am I right?
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
Okay.
Dope
Yeah,
reference,
it's
dude.
over.
Everyone knows
Yeah,
you have
that's
the best
pretty-
references.
Clever.
I'll drink to that.
Sorry, start over. We were talking.
No, I
We
don't
just had
need
two
to.
pee breaks.
Oh, 2 pre-breaks?
2.
Yeah. That's a record for the podcast right now.
Do most people
Drink
just
to that.
most people just go in their pants?
Honestly, yeah. I
They
saw
got,
one.
they got
Hour without
catheters
pissing
going
twice.
in.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
made,
of course.
adult diapers at home.
Yeah, I
forgot my
respected the
diapers.
commitment, but I also was like, you can go to the bathroom. Like we can pause.
I try hard.
I feel like Ollie
Pros,
has to
man.
piss the
They're
less
pros.
or the least on stage out of anyone, but you've had to piss twice during this.
But yeah, that
I'm
brings a good
curious, is-
question.
is
Have you guys
there-
ever had to like just
Yeah.
run off stage to go piss real quick?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
this
no. I mean, I do it during the. I've done
No,
it.
you-
I've only done it during the.
There was one.
There's
on the-
one.
on the
No,
last
that was
tour.
between, wasn't it?
I think
No, there was
where
one
you
show.
did
There was one.
Well, that
you
wasn't.
do?
That wasn't piss.
I
I'll
think it
tell
was
you
San
that.
Francisco.
What did you do?
Well, no, it was in Phoenix, right?
I-
Yeah, it was in Phoenix.
It was in Phoenix.
It
You're
wasn't, I
right.
think
At
you're
the,
right.
the
Yeah,
basement.
I
place.
thought that was.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess.
He had to go number 3.
I guess it was. Yeah, it wasn't. I thought it was in between the like
No,
set and the encore, but I guess not. But I ran off stage and I evacuated my bowels, and then I got right back on stage.
And
Cut
he
that.
licked it,
Cut
yeah.
that.
And he
Well,
didn't
when
wash
is,
his
like, a
hands because
sign
he's
that you're
efficient
like,
with
yo, I
time.
gotta go.
I think he just talked to me and he was like, "Oh, yeah, I gotta fucking go," and I was like, "All right, like we'll figure it out."
What did we do to
You know-
stall
I think that's going to be the first of many.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we just played like Oh Liza. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
We played some song or something. But.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
Liza is a good stalling song.
Or Hesitation, maybe we probably did.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
That's hilarious.
Or the meters. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
Or
that
like
one-
they could play any song because you don't really need me on any song. I'm just kind of, I'm just there.
We just play tracks for.
It's not
for the
true.
keyboard.
You're just
Yeah.
there for the
not
sex
true.
appeal.
You just-
Come on, Dave.
No, I'm being.
It's
come
not
on.
just
It's
sex appeal. It's just
fun.
mostly sex appeal.
Yeah.
what's your guys' favorite song to play live?
Probably Mind Goblin.
I think On Again Off Again is probably my favorite to play live.
I would
That
agree.
one's- that
I
one's
would
really
as well.
fun.
Yeah,
I really
that
like
was-
Memory Loss. It's just so fast. and you
Memory
just-
Loss is fun too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the chorus of On Again Off Again is the one that gets me.
Yeah.
One
I feel like the
that- one
crowd
that
is
I
very
play
receptive to On Again, Off Again as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like dancing instead of like
Yeah.
moving. They moved
think-
it On Again Off Again.
I think On
It's
Again's
nice.
great because it starts kind of like more mellow and slow, but as soon as the chorus hits, everyone's
Yeah.
just like so
It's
into
a
it.
slap in the face, man.
Is there
Cut that.
is there any song on the new album that you know triggered something like that you have a good like memory why you wrote that? Is there any like good importance behind any song on this new album? Do you guys have a good story of why you wrote that?
Yeah, I mean, well, the new one, Memory Loss, was definitely like kind of crazy. Over Christmas, my mom was like dating someone, and he actually. It's a very long story, but I'll make it shorter. Essentially, she was dating someone and was like on a trip with him, and then he had a heart attack in front of her. Ended up
Damn,
actually
really?
like, yeah, passing away in
Shit.
front of her.
Damn.
And then he was like dead for like an hour and a half, and then was at one hospital and then transferred to another, and then got revived in the ambulance. But when he came back, like because of the lack of oxygen to his brain, he couldn't remember a lot of stuff.
Damn.
With like my mom or like a lot of stuff, so it was just like really crazy. Yeah, so over Christmas I kind of wrote that when I was just alone here with my mom, dealing with that stuff. So that one was very like real world, personal, real time, getting I guess written. Where I feel like the other ones were more like maybe conglomerates of all our lives and then talking about them. We're talking about how we all fit into this song, where that one was maybe just more of like a story, I guess I would say.
That's deep. I didn't know that story.
Yeah, it was a crazy Christmas this
Yeah.
year. I mean, he's okay and he's alive, and I think now he's improving and all that stuff. But yeah, Christmas was the first Christmas like my family had never been together, which was wild because like half of us were here with my mom, and I don't know, it was crazy.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I feel like was there a common theme writing this album? Like, was there this common theme? I feel you guys kind of
Spooky
had that
stuff.
going into it. What do you say?
Well,
What
I
is it?
said spooky stuff jokingly because I feel like we were trying to come up with a name for the album. Wade's just like Googling like spooky shit, and just like bones,
Evil bones.
evil dark bones.
Ghouls,
We're
goblins.
like, oh, we're gonna put that in the back.
I like
pocket.
I remember Goblin. I like Goblin Hour,
Goblin
but,
Hour, pretty good.
but that's more like an
that's
inside.
tight.
Well, I will throw this out there. No one's serious about it, but I am.
Yeah.
We've talked about calling it Werewolf with a Gun for quite a while now.
That's pretty spooky.
And I think it's very, first of
That's
all,
pretty
it's very spooky.
Very.
What's scarier than a werewolf? A werewolf with a gun.
guns.
Or two guns. But
Two guns.
but we talk about it, we joke around. I'm like, come on guys, let's
That'd be
get serious.
too funny of an album.
That's
name.
a great
Like,
album name.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too good. Like that's why we can't do
What
it.
about a song name for that? Maybe.
That'd be
Maybe in the future.
that'd
I
be-
don't know.
yeah.
But anyway, the theme with the album originally was
Yeah.
kind of, what was it? Social currency or something, right? Or,
Yeah, social currency is the idea I had.
Yeah, just kind of an idea about like the
yeah.
exchanges we go through in our relationships and that sort of thing. But then it kind of transformed, and now I don't know if it has like a super specific theme, but there's definitely like a lot of little threads
Yeah.
that tie every song together.
Some
I think.
motifs going around.
I feel like
Yeah.
the thing I kind of lied on, or have, I guess, connected with after social currency and then like redoing it into Shiver, is it's still like very much like about like social currency, but it's also a lot of like interpersonal relationships where like we all have ghosts or whatever from our past, skeletons in our closet, whatever you want to call it. But I think this song is, or this album, I guess rather, is a lot about like talking about how or I guess our relationship with those skeletons and those ghosts that we carry through life and we have to deal with on a daily basis. And yeah, all these songs are, I guess, like influenced by the different ghosts of our lives or different skeletons of our lives that kind of live on. And yeah, now we're kind of figuring out how to like navigate those, and also I guess kind of how those lie into relationships outside of yourself too, currency wise, and being able to meet people. But yeah,
Is this the anyone else want to speak on that before my question?
I think you nailed it.
Yeah, that was great.
That's good.
Is that like a normal thing? Like, I guess we put you guys in the Airbnb in June in LA, and you guys wrote this album. Is this a thing where you guys sit down and you're like, okay, we're gonna write this album or these songs about a similar thing like that? Like, have you done that before in the past, or is this a new thing?
I mean,
you
no,
write a lot.
this is kind of the first time we've done it.
And you write a
The
lot
Come
of
Down-
songs with this, yeah.
The Come Down wasn't so much. I feel like the EP was kind of the start of that. We were like, oh, let's all write
Had more of a
towards
theme, yeah.
this thing, you know. Or maybe not, no, because the EP, I don't even know when we really like.
I mean,
I guess the Come Down was more central themed, where we're like, let's all write about this time in our life. But I feel like the theme we start with is never the theme we end with, like, kind of like Dave said. Like, I think I constantly am having to rewrite the story of what the album means to me as we're doing it, because it just changes. And I think also like being open to that change is what makes us so successful, because it's really hard, I think, and a lot of times it's very personal ideas that you have that are tied into this music, and I think a lot of us, it's like really being like, well, we all have those personal things, right?
Yeah.
It's not one individual that has it, and so how can we all work together, and how can we all like also be malleable and change, because everyone else is going through their own experience. So like I can't expect them all to be feeling like I'm feeling, or vice versa. And I think that's what makes us be able to write so much, and also like, I guess, stay genuine in our writing, is we're very open with each other, and whether that's telling people sometimes we don't like songs, or being like, hey, that's like not the best idea, or hey, like I like that, or I like the lyric of this, but it's not, you know. And it's a lot of just open communication and open source. And
Well, I think with this one, we started writing towards social currency.
Yeah, I was gonna say
and then
that as
ended
well.
up with probably close to like 20 songs, and obviously had to cut some. And I think we landed on the songs that we were the most confident in, and those don't always necessarily fit into the theme you're trying to write to.
yeah,
So yeah, I think it changes throughout the process. It changes from having the songs written to going into the studio too, and feeling out which ones are actually going to make the cut.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's like an art to making an album that's really cohesive, like thematically, and it's one that we're figuring out, and that I think we're decent at least. I hope we are. But yeah, I think it's like I think we're all very concerned with. We love albums. We love like the art of the album, and it's something that we try and focus on. What are we gonna get across here, and what are we trying to say? And I think just by the nature of there being 5 of us writing together, that can sometimes get muddled, or sometimes we're successful, and so it just depends. But I think we're definitely concerned with like our message and our themes, especially across like a whole album.
It's awesome. No, that's good. It's important to be that way.
I was gonna say, we were talking about social currency as
Yeah.
like a past
were.
kind of potential
Yeah.
album name, right? And I feel like if you fixate on something like that and are trying to write towards that, you'll get too caught up and like too hung up on it, and just stuck. But I think we were able to just accept whatever came to us naturally, and it ended up transforming into Shiver, which I think is dope, or whatever we're gonna call it. And I like, on the contrary, or I guess the same thing, but it could have also started with Shiver as the initial concept, and it could have become social currency.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool, that we have that ability to just kind of go with the flow, and like, just keep on changing.
Absolutely.
Keep
you don't
on
want it
keeping
tight.
on.
Keep on.
you
keep
don't want
on.
it to feel forced.
No,
I
definitely,
think
yeah.
that's-
Which I think we're pretty good about not making it forced. We're just keeping,
Well, I
keep it
think too,
casual.
it's like also like the freedom of not having, just being like liberal with your definition of the album, where it's like maybe like, and I mean, not to go against some artists, because obviously they have a very specific vision, but I think like it's something that makes maybe music making easier for us, is where we're able to like have these transition periods, and it doesn't mean the music's getting worse or any like less serious or it's just changed, and
Yeah.
and that's what it is. It just changed. It's not better or worse change. It's just change. And
I mean, I think that's the nature of writing with 5 people too. Like
For sure.
a lot, the artists that come out with these like super focused albums, it's always like one leader with a singular vision. Whereas like, I mean, even just over time, our writings just become more and more like democratized amongst the whole group.
Yeah.
So it's like, the more we do that, the harder it's going to be to like nail anything down really. But that's not a bad thing, like you said. Like,
No,
I think
yeah,
that
not
just
at all.
allows
Yeah,
for
it's cool.
flexibility and a reevaluation of things every once in a while,
For
and
sure.
it ends up just being cooler than
what you
just
thought it
whatever's
would be.
going on
Yeah.
in your own head.
Your original
It
idea was
keeps
not as
getting
cool as
cooler.
the idea it becomes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps getting cooler. You guys, that was great answers everyone just gave. I want to get a really great answer on this because this is the theme of the podcast. It's called Nobody Gets It Podcast After Our Records. I want you all in unison or, individually, whatever it is.
Lifeline.
Not in unison at the same time. But I mean, like, one person can answer. But what is it that nobody gets about Krooked Kings?
How many beers we drink?
Beers.
I
was
gonna
pretty
say
close.
American.
Almost-
Okay,
we almost
can
got
we
the unison.
let's just go down
Wait,
the line.
it's
you losers.
what was the question?
I want to
Sorry,
go
it's
last.
just-
I don't have any.
Yeah, it's
what
like,
nobody gets about
About-
Krooked
about-
what
Kings.
does nobody get about Krooked Kings?
Does
It
anyone
could be
have an
like,
answer
it's,
immediately?
I think you
I
guys
mean,
answered it just
yeah.
there, though.
How
I have a
cool we
little
are.
bit of an answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
How
I would just
chill
say
we
like
are.
I think nobody gets that we're just 5 best friends that really have no idea what the fuck we're doing, and we never do, and we sleep it. I don't know. We're just like the most average motherfuckers in the world. Like, obviously, when we're on tour and shit, it's not that way because we're like. But in general, like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like we did anything special to get here or anything that was like extraordinary, like out of the order. Like, I think we just kind of worked hard and like believed in what we did, and now we're here. But it wasn't ever like, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't like it was tossing our lap or like, I don't know. It was so much of just like kind of having our head
It was
in the
organic.
dirt. Yeah, and just looking down and not looking up at what it could be. And then you kind of like look up and see where it is for a second, and then dig your head back down because you're excited where it's at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're just, I don't know. I just feel like we're so like, it's weird being on a podcast. Like, we're just, I don't know.
There's 5 guys.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just best
Burgers with
friends. Like, we
fries.
play Burial Card on the weekends. We get hammered together.
we should-
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We
Yeah,
just
we don't-
fucking
yeah.
chill.
We're
Like,
Go
dudes.
to AA meetings together.
yeah, go to AA. Well, that's later in life, but yeah. Not
We're
yet.
planning
I'm not
on
ready
it.
to accept my addiction yet.
I've got an appointment in 10 years for an AA.
Yeah.
I have an answer.
Yeah, give me an answer.
Nobody would get, if they were to spend an hour with us in conversation, no one would understand what we're talking about. Nobody would get that because we have so many really stupid inside jokes, and our sense of humor is so distorted from just being stuck in a van together for so long that everything we say to each other is like,
The hive mind.
I mean,
It's
we
another
call
language. It's another language.
Ollie said it best
honestly.
when he called it parcel tongue, but we just say things that no one would ever understand, and we think it's hilarious, but no one else.
Would under
So I guess I'm saying that as a preface. If you ever meet us, forgive our
Unfiltered.
Our
our
language.
unfiltered idiocy. Yes.
It's not even an unfiltered thing though. Like at one point we were at a Black Bear diner. I don't remember where, and an
Shout out
elderly
Black Bear
woman
Diner.
came up to us, and she said,
Kinda.
"This is the sweetest group of boys I've ever seen."
Yeah,
in
that
my
was
life.
awesome.
You guys- I didn't hear a cuss word out of your
Oh,
mouth.
yeah, don't know.
And I was like,
stupid as shit.
I don't recall.
He
I
said
was.
stupid
I think we were. Just, it was parcel tongue.
We were saying
just-
heinous
we were,
things.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
think
were
we were like
saying
manically
heinous
hungover
things.
next to her eating.
Talking
But-
about hot chobo.
Maybe we didn't. Maybe
Hot
we didn't
chobo.
say
That was
any
a lot
swear
of hot
words. It was
chobo
just
during that
so
trip.
deep
Yeah,
into
a
the
lot of
hot
inside
chobo.
jokes that it doesn't come off as over the top or yeah. I guess
Nobody gets it, man. Nobody
Yeah.
gets
Dude,
it.
nobody gets
gets
it.
parcel
Quote
tongue.
me on that.
Nobody gets it.
Anyone else with
Anyone
a,
else got an answer to that?
with a good answer?
Uh,
Or a
Take this
bad
one,
answer?
folks.
I was gonna
I
say
got nothing.
Dave nailed it on the head. Yeah, we just say the
gets-
stupidest things
Nobody
ever,
gets how fucking
and
weird
we just
are.
die laughing at it, and it's a joke that within another joke that's within another joke that's not even a joke, but it somehow is hilarious to us. So.
I think I will give you an answer. I mean, nobody gets how just productive you guys are with music. Like, I really mean it. Like,
thank you.
you know, you guys really can just churn out songs, and they're not shit songs either. Like, they're really, really good songs.
They're pretty shitty, but-
Yeah.
There
I
are
mean,
some shit songs.
Yeah, there's some shit songs.
They
They don't make
usually
it
just
up.
don't
Take
make
it
the
back
cut.
right
They
now.
don't
We
make
were
the cut.
kidding.
They don't make the
They don't
cut.
make the album.
Every song is a.
But they also get better. Like, nobody
4
gets
a.m.
how great. Like, you just kind of said, like, you know, 3 years ago you came here, but like you were still just kind of starting out and figuring this whole Krooked Kings thing out. But like, nobody gets what has changed in the last 3 years on how you guys have done these albums, done now tours. You're getting endorsement deals with, like, you know, brands and stuff, and
Yeah.
we got labels calling us, and like, it's just organic. Like, going back to what you said, it's just happening. Like, you might think your guys are average, but you're above average, all of you guys,
thank you.
for
Jesus,
sure. I won't go
that's the
further
first
than that.
time
You're
I've
above
heard that in
average,
my
though.
life.
But I'm
7
kidding.
out of 10.
Nah, but I think nobody gets that. Like,
6.5.
you guys really are just a super productive music group, all friends, all, like you said, democracy. Like, it's a democracy as you write your songs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
to your point, I don't think we realize it either. Because, I mean, like, and that's kind of what I think I was saying. It's just, like, we're just having fun. And, like, we just like writing music together. So,
Yeah.
and that it's not like a job where it's, like, it's weird to say productive. Because I feel like productive is such, like, a job.
I know.
term.
I don't like that word being
Not, no, like,
productive,
it's not
though.
a bad way. I'm just saying it's, like, I don't feel like the amount we, like, churn out
It's
some
creative,
productivity.
though.
It's just
Yeah.
almost like,
We don't
Us
come
hanging,
off
I don't
as,
know.
As a group that has a whole lot of work ethic, but I think when we're doing the things that we like to do, we do.
yeah.
Do you want to say something, Quinn?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. What would you like to
You may
say?
speak now.
I was gonna say my nobody gets it thing.
What?
Oh,
Say
let's
it,
hear
dude.
it. Oh, sorry.
We're waiting for it.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, you. You're you. You're in the front row. You're in the
Nobody
front
gets how hard it is to hold in your piss for like an hour and a half on stage after drinking like 9 beers.
Or during a podcast.
I get it.
Or
Quinn.
during the podcast.
Because I've had to piss twice.
Jesus
I
Christ.
get it, man.
And
We
it's
need
an
to check you
hour.
guys for kidney
And we're
stones.
back.
It's like once every 20
We might all have
minutes.
diabetes.
Yeah.
All right, anyone else got a nobody gets it, or
That's-
are we gonna riff off our need to pee for a while?
Well, the last thing before I go.
That's all I got.
That's hey,
That's
that's
all
not
I
how
got.
we
That's all
go.
I
Not yet. Future shit. I mean, is there anything else we're like looking forward to? We got the album coming out, tours. Anything else on your guys' mind? What we're building towards the next year, 2 years, 3, whatever. Yeah, tell me what's going on.
Yeah, we're just going to hang out for a second after this tour.
You need to. I think you
we
guys
can
need to,
recoup.
dude. You guys have been nonstop now for 6, 7 months. I mean, there's been a like.
12 years.
Yeah,
I think we need to do some like more hardcore drugs for the next album to really amp things up.
Yeah.
Change
I
our
think
sound.
it's gonna be our heroin album.
I'm
Yeah.
down, honestly.
Cut that, cut
You're
that,
going.
cut
Did they get that on camera? It's gonna be
going
our
heroin, Dave?
heroin album. Well, we're all gonna try whatever
Going
whatever suits
crocodile.
us.
God, the fame.
You want to up
I
it?
think we gotta up those. Like,
I think the fame is getting
that.
to
Have you
your
guys
head
heard of
now.
heroin
Yeah.
2?
2.0.
Well, shit, man. All right,
Man.
well,
All
dude,
jokes
guys,
aside.
now I can wrap it up just like our meetings are.
Great.
I'm happy we fucking finally did this.
Yeah,
guys are
thank you,
a
Danny.
centerpiece, a cornerstone
We
to
love
this
you, Danny.
label that we've built. It will always be like that. You guys should feel, just as part of it as it always has been. Just happy we did this. Happy for the future, guys.
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
we are
thank
too.
you. We wouldn't be here without you, Danny, as well. So
guys.
thank you for
Cheers.
having us, and
Cheers to the
cheers,
boys.
Well, just to finish it off, that's all I got.
Oh, I got. We're playing
Oh,
at the
I-
Troubadour, baby.
You see the money and you think you want a piece of it now. You're too friendly and it's got me freaking out. You see the money and you think you want a piece of it now. Yeah, I'm sick of being young.